Hi, my name is Jeff, and I'm afraid of people. No, really, honestly, truly. I'm also afraid that I have to do the things like this perfectly, but I'm also learning that I don't have to do that here, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you. What if there were no SVA? I think of the amazing discoveries in my life that would never have occurred. I would still be wandering around in the crap I picked up from my family, teachers, Bible college, and the previous churches I attended, and that's not to say that everything was bad. I may have discovered that I struggled with ADD, and if I had, I would be using some wicked drugs to deal with it. I would not have understood my fear of rejection, and I certainly would not have faced it with God's help. I would still be struggling with sexual addiction, fear of rejection, codependency, and my games addiction. I would not have learned to apply God's divine healing ointment, grief, and I would have no identity. I would not have learned that the condemning voice I so often hear in my head is not God's. I would not be experiencing His tender, loving nurture and care. I would still be at the mercy of the life commandments my parents imparted to me. I would still be cowering to my father. I would never have called my dad on his crap, thus starting a new relationship. I would not recognize the void in my heart created by my mother's death. I would never have made amends to my children. They would be left to figure out how I had injured them on their own. My relationship with my son would just plain stink. I would still be lashing out at him in sarcasm and anger, driving his heart away from me because I have despised my own. My marriage would not be where it is today. My wife would not have seen the changes in my life that got her curious in Celebrate Recovery. Because of Snoqualmie Valley Alliance, my relationship with Margie has deepened in many wonderful ways. I am less afraid to be the man she has needed for so long. I am less afraid to be a man in her presence. We communicate on a level of intimacy we never had before, and it's amazing. Secondly, I would not have all the relationships I have developed with the people I've met. I might still be attending a church where toxic faith rules and people should on you all the time. I would not have found the nurture I have needed from the safe people I have encountered here. I have a group of guys here with whom I can share my crud and not receive judgment and condemnation. Instead, I get grace and truth in the doses I needed, and I can go to them anytime. Trying to find this kind of nurture in churches I attended in the past was very difficult, if not non-existent, I would never have met my heroes in Celebrate Recovery, and they indeed are. They are the most courageous people I know. What if there were no SVA? I'm not even sure that God would have moved my family here, for I am convinced that SVA is the reason God moved us here. I would never have met Bill and Leslie, or Bruce, Monty, Dave, Will and Jamie, Craig, Toad and Susie, John and Mary, Mike and Elaine, Mark and Mark, Kevin and Jeanette, Kevin, Cheryl, Doug, Tanya, Dave, their kids, Yvonne, Tricia, Tara, Rick, Trace, Mary Kenyon, Mary Kelly, Dana, Vic, Todd, Rachel, Guy, Nolette, Castine, Chris Wade, Gary and Maya, Dana and Richard, my friend Richard and Sultan, Kurt and Lisa, Ray, Chuck, Tracy, and if I forgot you, I'm sorry. You do all mean so much to me, even though I tend to be the quiet guy working in the back often. I would never have been able to participate in the healing process available to me in Celebrate Recovery, and this is probably the single most important reason God put me here. He knew what I was looking for in my heart, and the evidence is all there in the journey. Celebrate Recovery, life recovery skills, and in Christ Life Solutions. I would never have been able to apply my new life's experiences in Celebrate Recovery leadership here and in other churches, as well as teaching life's healing choices here at SVA. I wouldn't have been able to be invited to participate in Timothy 4 times and turn Monty down each time because I'm working on my stuff. Finally, I wouldn't have gotten to cry like I've been crying typing this out. Thank you.